Hey folks, how you doing this morning? This is Mother's Day's morning, and the soap of choice today comes from Wet the Face. This is the 1K soap. I have the scent profile down below, and this is what it looks like on the inside. And it is a fairly soft, almost like a croak. Very nice soap. And get about 4 ounces in this container. Got the usual suspects here. Got the alum block complete with rubber band. Thayer's witch hazel with aloe. Got the matching aftershave, and it does come in a glass container. Shaver of the day is a Gillette Super Speed Flare Tip. This one here has the date code of A3 1955 3/4, and I have a Personna blade in there. Thought it was fitting to have one of those in there. And this particular blade come wrapped in a wrapper like this, and on the back it's got American Safety Razor Company on there. Pretty cool. I like that sort of thing. Got it whipped up in the Distinctive Goat's wooden bowl. The screw got grooves in the middle of it. I've got it whipped up pretty good. This the brush also came from Distinctive Goat. It's a badger knot, and I have got lots of lather whipped up here, ready to go. Go ahead and get started here. Try to keep my brush from falling down inside all that. Guess I better take my watch off. Go ahead and get started with the pre-shave Clown Fruit Dirty Clown. I haven't shaved with the Super Speed in a moment, so I thought it might be time to give one a whirl. And if you're wondering what happened there, that happened cleaning the grill yesterday. Took off a chunk off my finger. I had seen a few postings where some folks have accidentally cut themselves with a razor, whether it's a straight razor or just a DE blade. I try to be careful around the razor blade, because those things, some very bad things can happen. I can tell you. You see enough pictures that it's like, oh my goodness. I've been very fortunate so far. I haven't had anything like that happen just yet. This pre-shave is it's not mentholated. Douglas has one that's scentless and methylated. I do like the menthol, especially this time of the year. So you can imagine when that one goes away, that might just be the next one that I use. Before I start using the pre-shave, so I was using the Bloom water, and used it as a pre-soap, pre-shave that is, and it worked fairly well for me. Can't complain a bit. So if you're not too sure you want to try a pre-shave soap, you could always try using the Bloom water. And what I did is I run in my water. I put a little bit of that water in my small little bowl for my brush to soak in for a little bit. Or if it's a synthetic knot, during the winter months warm up a little bit, and I squeeze out a little bit of that water into the bowl and swirl it around for a while, let it set while I'm doing the rest of my preparations. Then after a while that water turns a little milky, I guess you might say. especially if you've been swirling around in your soap that you press down in your bowl. I just pour it out in my hands and work it into my face. And like I said, it's worked wonders. I guess you might say an inexpensive pre-shave. I have quite a few of these Personna blades. Don't have very many of them that's got a wrapper like that, but I do, buy them by the 100. These are, in my opinion, the Super Speeds. Pretty good shavers. Just find the one that you think is going to work for you. The red tip is, from what I can gather, works well with thick, heavy beards. Then I guess you might say you can work yourself backwards. This one here, I guess you might say might be for medium than the blue tip. Blue tip will give you some pretty smooth shaves. It's a bit mild for me. I have one. Guess you might say if you had to pick a least favorite, that one would be the least favorite. I also have the one that my son uses. It's got the black handle. That's what I started him out on. Guess you might say he got a good start. But Super Speeds are pretty good shavers. The scent, it's nice when you can smell the scent as you're lathering up here on your face, especially when you're lathering up the bowl. Get you all ready for the shave. Don, he's the 1K. I think I was supposed to go across the green on this one, wasn't I? Got carried away thinking about Don's. He's got a Google Plus site called Wet the Face, as well as most of his other. He's got a blog, YouTube, Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter, Instagram. And the 1K came about that had 1,000 members on his Google Plus site. So if you're interested in looking him up, if you're unaware of it, he's like I say, he's on Facebook, but his Google Plus site has drawings on a monthly basis. And excuse me, those drawings, I guess you might say they vary from month to month on what might be in the drawing. And the 1 month that I won the drawing was that bowl that I've been using for the past couple of days and that brush that I was using today. Don puts out a video reviewing shave products about once a week, and he has some nice videos, honest ones. If he finds something he doesn't like, whatever the reason is, he'll let you know. This last one was think what was it called? Lightfoot was the name of the soap. I think it's supposed to be pine scented or something like that. I guess the shave didn't go too well. Sometimes you'll run across, depending on how many soaps you try from different makers, you'll run across one that doesn't lather all that well. Not much on this one here, is there, since I already went through here once. Yeah, it takes a while to get used to shaving and making a video and talking at the same time. When you're used to not talking during your shave. Takes a little practice, so when you see somebody first starting out, I guess you might say, want to cut them some slack. It takes a while to get used to it. And do it without cutting yourself. Probably should mention, when it comes to a cross the grain pass, I notice that for me, sometimes going from I guess you might say the nose back to the ear seems to be kind of natural for me to do it that way. But one of the things I have noticed though is, or I mean from the ear to the nose, is going the other direction. I actually seem like I remove more stubble, more whiskers going the other direction. So if you're been always using a particular direction on your across the grain, might try reversing it and see what kind of luck you run into. Kind of beard reduction do you get when you go a different direction? Because I have to say, on mine, going a different direction, I noticed it the other day, that it felt like I was taking more off. It felt more like a against the grain pass. And I think what it is with the direction that my beard grows, which is, especially over here, is every which what direction, that particular pass going that direction did catch more. Face feels pretty good. Good shave for the day, for Mother's Day. Mom's out of town, so I'll be spending it with her today, but she's going to be coming back on Monday. I don't know that there's going to be a whole lot of stinging. This is a pretty smooth shave. I really do enjoy my shaves with the super speeds. It's a vintage that was done very well. Not even just for its time, even for even modern day. This is a very good shaver. Considering this is a 1955 model, that's, as far as I know, I bought it, in other words, just like that. I haven't had it sent off for anything, any adjustments, anything of the sort, and works really well. And to think that it was engineered that far back, it works well, works great today. That's a very good design. Sometimes it makes you wonder if Gillette gives it any thought. They made some darn good razors that lasted, still are, being shaved with. Whether that was the thing to do is quit making them. Because it is really a nice shaver. Well built. I'll show you the restrictor here in just a moment. Don's got some aftershaves to go with his soaps that he makes. As goes for, let's see here, the get 4 ounces. I think they're selling at $12.95 for the soap. I think it's $15. I think it's $15 for the aftershave. Comes in a glass container, and that is what the restrictor looks like. I guess you might say about average size. And like I said, the soap performs just great. $12.95 for 4 ounces. That's a pretty good buy. At the going rate that most of them are going at nowadays, usually 4 ounces around $15 plus. This one here being $12.95. You can still smell it. It smells great. Once again, this shaver here, it does have just a slight overhang. I wouldn't say it's not as aggressive as the red tip. I guess you might say it's somewhere in between. It's a really nice shaver. Hope everybody's doing well. Don't forget to call your mom, even if you forgot it was Mother's Day. Stay safe and smooth shaves to you.